Normally, if we had a Democratic administration in Washington, would basically be the talk of the town. But because we have Trump, they don't really care as much. And this is the annual gathering that is hosted by the United Nations. It's where the nations get together and talk about essentially their climate accords. And we're going back to the 2015 Paris Climate Accords, and they're just kind of catching up on how everybody's doing and what are new measures we can do to be sure that people are in line with the Paris Agreement. Realistically, the Paris Climate Accords is pretty sober. Look, the whole thing is they want to try to reduce global temperature by 1.6 degrees Celsius in the next 100 years. And essentially what this agreement really portends and requires of all nations is everybody's got to have some kind of plan in order to reduce their emissions. It doesn't mean about being more efficient with energy. It doesn't mean that you're going to be using cool, awesome new sources. It just means you get rid of the emissions. So you use less, and somehow that makes the planet much better. That's kind of the argument they're using. Most of the COPs that have dealt with climate is just selective facts and figures. So obviously in Europe, where you have a lot of people who are very excited about this, essentially they've torn down all the nuclear power plants, which were zero emissions. And now the country of Germany is very reliant on coal. They're very reliant on natural gas imports. And luckily, new markets have opened up, and Europe is importing a lot more LNG from the United States, which is very good.